All right, welcome again. As you know, this is the final round of the BETS 2010 Berkley Evinrude Team Series. I'm with these two guys. I tell you what, they're hot. Look at that, that's hot today. We've got Dan and Mick, Team Marineware. These guys have been consistent all through the series, and they're actually equal sixth in the points coming into this round. As we know, the top 16 go in, and these guys will be sweating on their result to see if they can get into that grand final for that 10,000 guaranteed first prize money at the Sydney International Boat Show. I'm just going to sort of cross to Dan here. Dan, you're not from this area?
No, I'm from Sydney, so it's a bit of about a 3-hour trip down here. We came down probably 4 weeks ago, and also came down probably 6 weeks ago, and we gave it 2 bashes and fished really well both times. So I was pretty expecting to catch a few, but with all the rain last night, it was a bit of a worry, but we first cast fish 30 centimetres plus, so happy days. It's a very good start. Well,
as you said this morning, you putted out here through the 4-knot, the 8-knot zone. A lot of the guys on the plane, they're gone. These guys chucked a quick Yui, gone over to the first flats they've come to. First cast, I think, Mick, what, third cast, you got another good fish? Right, Mark, yeah. And that probably set the pattern for you for the most of the day. Now, did that pattern hold, or did you have to change your tactics?
No, that was when I came down a separate time. I really was firing there, and that one particular patch on the weed beds, I marked all the fish and they were all in one area. When we came back, we hit those 2 straight away, and then it was really tough. We didn't get another touch, I'd say, for half an hour or so till we left.
Yeah, well, as you know, that's what it's all about. Some of the best laid plans don't always work on the day, and you have had 57 teams and have a good roll-up. And a lot of those guys, they've all gone out tomorrow. They're all good fishermen, they're all good teams. They've probably all had the same thing in their mind, and I mean, you've got to go out there and hope that, you know, you didn't find the fish one day, you've driven away, someone else has found them, and your plans go to pieces overnight. But what I'm going to do, I mean, I'll just give us a rundown of the tactics and the sort of baits that you use. I call them bait. The guy, it's not baitless comp, but we call them baits. So, what was your weapon of choice?
Well, we both like on the weed beds a suspending crankbait. We find a lure that floats back up to the surface just doesn't get the response of that one that you can twitch and pause and leave in their face. Especially, as I said this morning, when the wind's up or the sun's behind a bit of cloud, that seems when the flats over the weeds seems to really fish the best. And when the sun goes up and you think they're a bit spooky, it's just a matter of coming off where, because the weed sort of always comes out to about 12 foot, then it goes a little bit patchy, and then it goes into sand. And it's sort of that transition to the weed that we found. And yeah, just slow hopping baits. If we find the wind's pushing us too fast and we can't feel that blade connecting with the bottom, flats again, and then you can get those long casts. If the water's distilled and the sun's behind the clouds, your confidence is up when you can't see the weed and that. Once you can start seeing that wind backs off, yeah, the bites, they seem to move off the flats. They don't seem to hunt on there as confidently. And yeah, so that was pretty much our pattern. Those two, windy, not much sun, shallow, more sun, less weed, go deeper. Well,
that's it. As you know, you guys have been doing a long time, and that's what you got to look for. The wind sort of will break the surface. It gives them cover. I mean, fish are in the wild. They've got to protect themselves. Yep. They'll feed on the flats when it feels it's safe for them. Cloudy, rainy, windy, it's all what you're looking for. As soon as you said, it will sort of get sunny, a bit bright for them, glasses out. They're not going to hang around, fear of other predators, and they're straight back, as you said. But I mean, and it's good anglers that can pick up on that. Do you find that sometimes you may have what you want to do, and as you said, first cast, third cast, when do you actually make the decision? Do you sort of hang around thinking it can go, or do you spend the 7 hours? Do you ever sort of think, damn, why didn't we do that?
Yes, today where we got the, say, four fish after our first 2, it was over a good 2 hours. So as I said to Dan, we'd be fishing for half an hour with not a bite, with whiting flathead bycatch, and I'd just be thinking, well, we'd just start talking about moving, and we'd hit a fish, and that would keep us there. And then it would get to that point again where we're thinking, oh, gee, this isn't working again, we're not getting the bites. But then when you've sort of got a couple fish like that, it's pretty much a matter of time. You're going to come across a patch. Out there we find too, we hit patches of these like muscly clams with weed, cockles.
Yep, cockleweed,
like yep. They seem to be around that, so if you're hitting them, or you're hitting just other fish, you know there's bait there. So yeah, your confidence is there, and when you can feel that, it's a lot of, to me, it's the confidence of feeling that lure, and I know where it is, hitting the bottom, lifting it, hitting the bottom. If I can't feel that, I know I'm not in the zone and I do something else. But as long as I can feel that, I will do that till something happens.
Well, that's as you said, the cockle weed, it's Lake Macquarie's much the same sort of water where you're looking at that, and I mean some fish might use it as cover, some fish might use it as a feed, but normally that sort of structure attracts the bait fish, and as they say, you find the bait fish, you normally find the fish. They're there for a reason, and put the two together, normally you have your good results. Now, as we said, we had a big downpour last night. The water, was it still clear, or did it colour up a bit?
It was clear. It was clear. It was definitely very clear. I was surprised, but it was also 2 degrees warmer at the mouth.
Okay.
And it didn't really change the fishing, but like Mick said a bit earlier, I think the most important thing about when you move is when the wind changes. When it backs off, that's the sign to go out of the flats and move into deeper water. Yep. And the sun comes out, you can get a few, but you're really working hard for those fish, whereas the aggressive bite you get when it's overcast, windy, they just smash it.
Yeah, well, as you know, you guys have said before, sometimes you'll get that little tentative bite, you can hardly even feel the fish touching it. Other times, look, honestly, they almost pull the rod out of your hands, and that's the sort of bite you want, because normally that sets the hook in and they'll stay connected. And yeah, I mean, you guys have cracked it. Leader, what did you do? Did you have to fish straight through, or you just went down to light leaders? Light
leaders, long. I like to use at least, say my rod's 7 foot, it'd be about 8 foot. It'd be a couple wraps around the spool, and 4 pound fluorocarbon, and I'm using 4 pound Berkley fire line.
Well, that's a good thing, huh? Glad you said that, actually.
With a nice long leader. I find I've gone through all the braids, and I've gone back to the fire line. It just, you can't break it, so.
You can rely on it, On any big fish, you feel confident. The only thing that will break your leader, not the line never breaks the Berkley. No, it's good stuff.
We have found that through these tournaments with the blades, just going down to the 4 pound has made a massive difference to our catches. Yeah,
well, obviously you've put it all together today. You've taken home the bacon, as they may say, an awesome bag, and I mean, you did get that 1.4. I mean, did you ever think, you see it, did you think you were going to lose it, or you were confident? It was a good bite, was it?
It was a good, he screamed drag off straight away. I was saying, oh Dan, this is a good one. I hope it's a bream. Because sometimes we get really big tailor in there, so I was waiting for it to come belting out of the water. But then it just kept lugging and doing what the big bream do. So yeah, the heart was in the mouth, and then when I was in the boat, I was almost pinching myself because I don't catch bream like that every day, so it's great to do it in a comp.
Well, there you go. Well, as I said, these guys have taken home, and I'd say you're looking pretty good for the grand final, and congratulations. You've proved that you're the two man on the day, and good comp and good series, actually. We've enjoyed it, you've enjoyed it. Bigger and better next year, and I hope you guys are back.
And you'll be seeing us at Sydney.
There you go.
Definitely.
All right, that's confidence for you, and we'll see how the Old Harbour turns it on for the guys at the Sydney International Boat Show on the foreshores. A crowd of thousands will be there, and with any luck, you'll be up there with the big check for you.
Watch out for
That's it, and these guys, I bet you every 5 minutes they'll be there, pre-fishing for that grand final.
That's right.
All right, guys, that's a wrap up, and as I said, thank you. Thanks, Mark. He's recorded all these interviews for the winners each series, and on the website, and good luck.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a great series, mate.
Thank you. Not a problem.
Excellent.
All right.